Yo, what's good, YouTube? Y'all see the title of the video, man. Pacquiao is too short to reach a cherry. You know? Cause yeah, before I even go into this video, man, I don't want no dumb shit left in the comments talking about, because like I don't want no technical comments left on my video talking about, hey nigga, a cherry isn't even grown on a tree. I mean, because I'm not even 100% sure where does a cherry grow. I'm not sure if it's a tree or a bush. I mean, it's just a figure of speech. It's just a phrase. You fucking racist dickhead. I mean, it's just a phrase. No, I mean, it's not. I'm not technically, logically speaking. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there because I already know these niggas on YouTube is good for it. They will leave comments talking about nonsense that have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But back to the topic, man. Y'all see Manny Pacquiao right now. Him and Bob Arum and his handlers, they're having a hard fucking time. just to announce a fight. I really doubt Manny Pacquiao fights anymore for this year. I really doubt it because he's too confused right now. I mean, this dude is confused, and all this confusion could just lead to him getting fucked up because he has no confidence in himself right now. You could tell by his actions that he has no confidence in himself. Let me explain. Alright. When I say Pacquiao is too short to reach a cherry on the tree, he's standing in front of a tree with a whole bunch of cherries in front of him. I mean, in arm reach, he got a cherry called Bradley. He don't want no parts of that fucking cherry. That cherry is too sour for his ass. He don't look good with that cherry. That cherry is risky. You know? A lot of people, y'all could let HBO brainwash y'all like Pacquiao dominated that fight. When y'all, like, you just know that's bullshit. Nobody dominated anybody in that lame ass fight. That fight had a lot of swing rounds that you could give to either opponent. Either fighter, you could just give it to him, you know? That's how lame that shit was. So, Pacquiao, he lost officially to Bradley. Whether you believe it or not, whether you agree or not, on paper, there's a loss, and next to that loss, the guy's name is Tim Bradley. It came from Tim Bradley. Loss. Pacquiao is making no movements, showing no signs that he even wants to fight this dude ever again. Ever again. He don't want that cherry. And the cherry's right in his arms. All you gotta do is just call Bradley. Bradley will even give him the bigger split. He might ask for more money, but he's still gonna get the bigger split. You know? He will still get the bigger split. What? How the fuck you don't want that? It just goes to show you that maybe your dumbass being brainwashed by HBO just assumed Pacquiao dominated him. Why isn't Pacquiao moving like somebody that dominated him? Why isn't Pacquiao so confident? Pacquiao don't want to fight that guy. He don't want none of that cherry. That cherry's too sour. Moving on. Also in arm reach, he has a cherry called Marquez. He don't want none of that cherry either. Everybody know this cherry done whoop my ass. I mean, and he might whoop my ass again even worse and even more clearly. You know, who knows what kind of strategy this cherry could come in the ring with this time. Who's to say he might not even knock me down and make the win even more clearly to the point it will be impossible to rob this cherry for a fourth time. You know? I don't want none of that cherry either. That cherry too scary. That cherry's too black. I mean, Fuck arm reach. Pacquiao has a cherry right in his face. It's hanging low off a branch. Hanging low. He doesn't even have to. He could just bite it off the damn branch. He could just bite it with his mouth. He doesn't have to reach for it. That cherry is Mayweather. He don't want none of that damn cherry. Yo, I would need to explain that shit. He don't want none of that shit. I mean, I think this cherry gonna have to pay him like $1 billion to get in the fucking ring. Yo, oh man, he don't want none of that cherry. We all know that. I don't even need to say recycled shit. I don't need to get into that. He don't want none of that cherry. He not even looking at cherry in the face. Know what I mean? He not even looking that way. Now, high up on this tree, because those are the cherries that Pacquiao want. He want the ones that's high, you know. He don't want the ones that's just one phone call away. That all he got to do is just reach his arm and just pluck it off. He don't want those cherries. He wants the ones that's high up. Like up about 10 feet. There's this cherry up there called Miguel Cotto. He want that cherry because he ate that cherry before and it tasted so sweet, you know. And it made him look so good. You know. But when he had that cherry, he made that cherry go through a lot of strain and shit just to fight. Weight draining and rehydration clauses. Catch weight. Coming off of a bad loss. Nothing for that cherry to perform at 100%. But that's no excuse. He had that cherry and that cherry tasted sweet to him and it made him look good. Over all the cherries that's in front of him, he would rather have that cherry again. You know? That's a cherry he wants. But this time the cherry got small. He's saying no. You're going to have to... I will not do a catch weight. I will not do that shit ever again. You know? You can fool me once, you can't fool me twice. So that cherry said, fuck you. And when Pacquiao reached for it, there was a thorn that pricked his hand and stabbed the shit out of him. He couldn't get that cherry. That cherry said, suck my dick. Then now, to the left, they got this next cherry called Ricky Hatton. Pacquiao would love to get his hands on that cherry, you know. But it's too much. There's something in the way. Because this guy, Ricky Hatton, he's all speculation. They're saying he's out of retirement, then they're saying he's retired. You know? So Pacquiao doesn't even know what's the actual status with Ricky Hatton. I guarantee you, if Ricky Hatton was an active fighter right now, Pacquiao will call Ricky Hatton, have his handlers call Ricky Hatton to make that rematch. Cherry picking at its finest. That's what the fuck you call cherry pick. You know, some people criticize Canelo for being a cherry picker. I don't criticize Canelo for being no damn cherry picker. Canelo is a fighter who has handlers who's strategically mapping out his career so carefully they want no risk. That's for one. That's one excuse for why he's fighting Lopez. Second excuse, let's be honest. To a casual fan, right? Casual fans don't talk about weight. They don't talk about weight, catch weight, weight draining. They don't talk about those things. They don't even know about those things. They really don't give a fuck about those things. What the casual fan does know is that this guy Jose Zito Lopez was in a fight prior to fighting Canelo with Victor Ortiz, who was supposed to fight Canelo if he was to win. Jose Zito Lopez came in that fight as a tune-up. You know, just a tune-up. Victor Ortiz might just knock him out within a couple rounds. It's going to be nothing, you know. He broke the jaw of Victor Ortiz in a brawling fight and stopped Victor Ortiz and won. Tell me this. If Canelo was to just back off of Josecito Lopez. Isn't that a stronger argument to say Canelo's a fucking pussy, or a ducker, or a cherry picker? To me, and I'm not a casual fan. I'm what you call more of like a. I mean, I don't know if you call me a diehard. I fuck with boxing hard, if you want to put it like that. And even I would have said Canelo is pulling a little duck move, because how the fuck you was about to fight this guy, you can't fight him no more because he just lost, but you don't want to fight the guy that beat him. You know, and it don't really make sense. Yeah, you could argue that Lopez is a little smaller, but Lopez, regardless, he's taller than Ortiz. Not every fight is going to be muscular. He's tall and lanky. So, alright, he's tall. He could fill that tall frame up any time now. And the last time I seen Lopez, he was looking fucking different. He wasn't even looking like a skinny guy no more. I don't know what type of weight training that guy is on. He's probably eating a lot of pasta and a lot of meat or something, because he looks different, you know. So I don't really think Canelo's a duck or a cherry picker like people are making him out to be. That boy Pacquiao, man, that boy love his cherry tree. Nah, I mean, he loves his fucking cherry tree. I mean, he has one right in his backyard. He don't have to go buy cherries. He grows them shits himself. I mean, this is what you call cherry picking at its finest. How the fuck you supposed to fight November 7th or whatever? Your shit got pushed back because you can't make a decision on an opponent because the available opponents are tough fights. That's cherry picking, man. Pacquiao grew so accustomed to Pacquiao having fights that he's so guaranteed to win that anything other than that is confusion. It's like his camp is confused right now because he's not guaranteed the W anymore. Bradley has experience fighting Pacquiao now. It's not going to be the same fight. Trust me, he ain't going to have 2 broken ankles either. Or 2 sprained ankles. Know what I mean? So we already know that fight is going to look different. Period. It's going to look different. And putting and analyzing the fight, it looked like it's going to look different in Bradley's favor. Not Pacquiao's favor. Pacquiao looks the same all the time. Pacquiao do not change his fight game at all. So, with that being said, we see why Pacquiao don't want to fight Bradley, man. Let's just be honest. This is a guy that officially beat you. Fuck, it ain't about speculation. It ain't about robbing and all that. He's on paper for beating you. And you're making no moves to get that rematch. That's real funny. People should call Pacquiao out for that, but nobody does. It is what it is. Marquez, he don't want to fight Marquez. Marquez is very risky. But it looked like for the most part he's going to end up fighting Marquez anyway, because it looks like he really doesn't want to fight Bradley, you know. So, because the reason I know he doesn't want to fight Bradley, he'll prefer a loss to Marquez than Bradley, because everyone who's seen the 3 fights with Marquez could argue that Marquez won. And if Marquez finally gets the official W, it wouldn't be a shock. But you see with all the hype that like Pacquiao dominated Bradley, like he was in the ring just slapping Bradley around and Bradley wasn't doing nothing to him. For Bradley to come back and beat him, it confirms the first decision. It confirms it's going to make a lot of people go back and watch the first fight over and be like, you know, you really didn't beat Bradley that bad, you know, in the first place. I see why the judges gave that to you. I was brainwashed by HBO. You didn't really beat him that bad. And now he came back and just fucked you up. You know, it's crazy, man. Cherry picking at its finest. I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to show some light on that. I mean, that's what you call cherry picking. You don't know what cherry picking is. What Pacquiao and Bob Arum and his fucking handlers are doing right now is blatant cherry picking. Motherfuckers don't even have a damn opponent to even announce so they can start a press conference, because regardless, I feel Pacquiao is going to lose his next fight, because all this confusion as to who he's fighting is really going to have a toll on him. And this is why I say that. You know, every time Pacquiao fight, he has an excuse. Oh, I had cramps. Oh, I was distracted. Oh, I'm into politics. All this bullshit. You know, this time, I think it's going to be sort of true. Because right now, Pacquiao is not that confident in his shitty ass brawling style. People are starting to figure that corny shit out. Nobody is going into the fight sleeping on Pacquiao anymore. They take him serious now. Like, this guy could fuck me up if I fight the wrong fight. You know? Pacquiao caught some wins off of guys sleeping on him because he a little guy. People don't do that shit no more. Anybody who fights Pacquiao, I think sometimes they give his power too much respect. You know that. So, with that being said, Pacquiao. Hold on, give me a minute. Oh, that. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Yeah, with that being said, damn, I done fucking forgot what I was saying. I be freestyling when I make these videos. I don't have shit written on paper, none of that. Damn. Damn, I forgot what I said, man. I'm gonna upload this shit just like that, man. I ain't with that retake stuff, man. Y'all do. When I hear this video myself, then I remember what I'm talking. I'll probably continue what I was saying in the comments. But yeah, man. But basically what I'm saying, he cherry picking, man. Do this damn cherry picking. There's nothing else. Nobody could argue that he's doing anything else. I mean, I'm gonna wrap it up right here, though. Y'all leave y'all comments. I mean, y'all get back to me. One. Yeah, man, my bad. I had to just throw this little add on. Yeah, what I was saying, though, was like, Pacquiao, he really could use that excuse now that he was confused or distracted going in, which led to him getting fucked up in his next fight. Because right now, I know his confidence is not booming like it was. And y'all gonna see what we talking about. Y'all Pac Talk's gonna see what boxing fans are talking about when we say when a fighter comes off a loss or a two or a bad loss or a knockout loss, whichever, how it affects his next performance most of the time. Y'all gonna see how it takes a toll on his confidence in his ability. Trust me, Pacquiao is guaranteed to lose his next fight. Guaranteed. That's why I hope he just gets in there and fight Mayweather and get it over with. Get fucked up, get stopped in 7 rounds, and retire if he wants to. I don't give a fuck what that nigga do. I mean, when he not fighting, I don't know where the fuck he at anyway. I mean, but I'm just letting you guys know. Pacquiao will most likely lose his next fight. He's not confident in himself. He doesn't think he has crazy angles or none of that bullshit that people hyped him up like he's capable of doing. All that stuff is nonsense now, like it always has been. His next fight, he's bound to lose. If he fights Bradley, he will lose. If he fights Marquez, he will lose. He might rob Marquez again. I don't know. You know? And if he fights Mayweather, he's getting stopped. It's 7 rounds. So, I don't know, man. Pacquiao better. What I hope he does, I hope somebody puts the bug in Bob Arum's ear that Zab Judah's available. Because I would love to see Zab Judah and Pacquiao fight. I would even pay for that shit. And I don't ever pay for Pacquiao fights. Last time I paid for a Pacquiao fight was the Mosley Pacquiao, that fixed ass fight. And I said I'll never pay for one of these shits again. But if he was to fight Judah, I have confidence that Judah could possibly knock him out, and I will pay for that. So I'm gonna wrap it up right here. I mean, I can't be making videos of people talking to me, man. I mean, that should knock you off. That's what happened earlier. But I just had to throw this little add-on in there. So we'll wrap it up right here for real, for real. Alright, y'all leave y'all comments, man. 1.